So today we're tackling something pretty universal, right? How to get your message across effectively, persuasively.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a constant challenge.
We've looked at 6 sort of powerful storytelling frameworks. Think of them as mental shortcuts, really, to structure what you want to say for, maximum impact. Our goal here is to give you some really actionable takeaways, things you can use pretty quickly for clearer communication. We're covering, let's see, Sinek's Golden Circle, the Minto Pyramid.
The Pixar Pitch. Love that one.
Yeah, StoryBrand, what, so what, now what, and ABT. So 6 ways to help your communication really land. Let's dive in.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is how these models, they often come up in business talk, but they tap into something deeper, don't they? Like how our brains actually process stories and information.
Exactly. It's about connecting, really.
Right. Meaningfully connecting, no matter the context.
Okay, so first up, Simon Sinek's Golden Circle. The big idea here is you start from the inside out. Start with your why, like your core purpose, your belief.
The fundamental motivation.
Right. Then you move to how you actually do things, your process. And only then do you get to what the product, the service, what you actually offer. Think Airbnb.
Okay.
Instead of just saying we rent rooms, they lead with something like creating a sense of belonging anywhere. That's their why.
And that why, that purpose, it builds such a stronger connection, It hits on an emotional level, goes beyond just the transaction. It's about shared values.
Yeah, good. Definitely resonates more. Okay, next one. Minto's Pyramid Principle. This is all about clarity through structure.
Very logical.
Super logical. The core idea. Get your main point out first, your conclusion right up front. Then you back it up with your supporting evidence, all organized underneath, kind of like putting the punchline on slide 1.
Which honestly is such a relief for the listener. It respects their time, their cognitive energy. You get the main takeaway immediately. Then you can choose to dig into the details if you need them. No burying the lead.
Exactly. Avoids getting lost. Okay, now for something with a bit more story. The Pixar Pitch.
The narrative one.
Yeah, it follows that kind of classic story structure.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, every day, until one day, because of that, until finally, you know the drill. It's great for showing a journey, like how something changed or evolved.
It really is powerful. It takes potentially dry information, maybe a company's evolution or a project's path, and makes it, relatable. That clear arc beginning, conflict resolution, it just clicks for people. You can follow the transformation easily.
Right. Okay. StoryBrand Framework. This one flips the script a bit.
Important shift here.
It says your customer is the hero of the story. Your company, your brand. You're the guide. Like Yoda to their Luke Skywalker.
Exactly. You're there to help them win, to solve their problem.
So your communication, your narrative should focus on their success, their transformation, not just, how great your company is. The big takeaway is It's not actually about you.
And that resonates because, we all see ourselves as the main character in our own lives, right? So positioning the audience as the hero, with you as the trusted guide, helping them overcome obstacles, that builds serious trust and makes the message stick.
Okay, let's shift to something very practical. What, so what, now what? Super straightforward, this one. 3 steps.
Simple but effective.
You present the facts, the what's. Then you explain why they matter, the significance, the so what. And finally, you lay out the next steps, the action needed, the now what.
Yeah.
It's perfect for taking something potentially dry, like, quarterly report data, and making it instantly understandable and crucially actionable.
Right. That logical progression is key. It makes sure the information isn't just heard, it's processed. People understand why it matters to them and what they need to do about it. It drives action.
Definitely drives action.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. ABT stands for and, but therefore.
Nice and concise.
Very. You start by setting up some common ground, a shared understanding that it's the and. Then you introduce the problem, the conflict, the challenge, the but. And finally, you present your resolution, your solution, the conclusion, the therefore.
A leads to B, but C happens, therefore D.
Exactly. It's incredibly effective for making a point quickly and compellingly.
And that little word creates immediate tension, doesn't it? It hooks the listener. It makes the therefore your solution feel necessary, almost inevitable, really punches through.
Totally. So, okay, that's our 6 really distinct frameworks to hopefully give your communication a boost.
Yeah, whether you're pitching an idea, leading a team, even just explaining something complex in an email.
Having these structures in your toolkit gives you a real advantage, I think. It moves you beyond just sharing information.
to actually crafting a message that connects, persuades, and makes things happen. It's about intentional communication.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. Consider a communication challenge you have right now. Maybe a tricky conversation, a presentation coming up. Which one of these frameworks, the Golden Circle, Pyramid, Pixar, StoryBrand, What's a What Now What, or ABT, feels like it might fit? How could reframing your message using that structure make it, more powerful?
Yeah, how could it change the outcome?
That's your deep dive to ponder.